The noting should be very continuous. Noting should be followed by another one. The first noting and the second, the second noting and the third and the concentration we gain. The concentration also becomes continuous. The first concentration will be connected with the second one will be connected with the third one, and so on. And so there won't be any break. Mindfulness will be present all the time. And for that, we should exert effort, virya. We should be exerting ourselves in order to be able to make the notings continuous, to be able to note one object after another. And when we keep on noting continuously without any break, because the mindfulness is present, the defilements will not enter into the stream of consciousness. The defilements will not enter into our mind, and the mind becomes very pure. The mind becomes very clear also, because no impurities, no defilements got a chance to enter into our mind. So then we feel very calm, very peaceful. So if we are able to keep our notings moment by moment, then the calmness we feel that calmness also moment by moment. That is concentration, samadhi. And that moment of concentration is khanika samadhi, momentary concentration. And when this momentary concentration is continuous, it becomes stronger and stronger. So it helps to develop knowledge. We come to know, we come to understand the very true nature of that physical and mental phenomena, the very true nature of object. We come to see the cause and effect. We come to see the arising and passing away of these objects. And we come to understand the impermanent nature. Thus the knowledge develops. So if we want to understand, if we want to know the benefits, if we want to gain the benefits of the practice, then we have to note continuously. We have to practice moment by moment. We have to be mindful. We should try to be mindful moment by moment, so that it becomes a very strong and powerful. So the It is like rubbing the wood to ignite fire. In olden days, because there is no lighter to ignite fire, they do rub the two wood or stone. So rubbing wood against wood or rubbing stone against stone to ignite fire. And when they rub, they have to rub continuously until they will get fire. They have to rub continuously. They rub for a while, and after that they stop for a while, take rest, because they feel tired rubbing continuously. They feel pain in the hand, so they take rest. If they do like that, the heat that has already accumulated becomes cold, because they rub and rest. So if it becomes cold, then they had to start from the beginning to get fire. They again need to start. But if they keep on rubbing continuously, because there is a momentum, so they will get the fire very easily. In the same way, when we do practice, when we do meditation, if we want to gain knowledge, then we need to practice continuously. Satatsa-kriya. The Satatsa-kriya is, the commentaries give the meaning of Satatsa-kriya is aviccheda-kriya, means there is no break. No break. So just need to work continuously, no break, without any break. There should not be break in noting. So this factor should be fulfilled if we want to gain something in the practice. If we want to gain the knowledge, if we want to gain the benefits of the practice, continuous noting is very essential. Noting moment by moment. One moment of noting should be followed by another one. Same in walking meditation also. Every second, every moment, we should try to observe the objects occurring in the leg movement. In daily activities also, we should try as much as we can. As much as we can. Not in very slow manner, but we try to be mindful in daily activities also. And especially when we, after doing sitting meditation, when we are about to stand up for walking meditation, and after walking meditation, when we are about to sit down, at that time we have to be more careful, because very easily we lose mindfulness. We just sit down and we just stand up quickly. So we lose our mindfulness very easily at that time. And in sitting meditation also, after 1 hour sitting, when we are about to stand up, before opening the eyes, there is an intention to open the eyes. If we can, we have to be mindful of that intention to open the eyes and slowly opening the eyes. When we close eyes also, if we can, we have to note the intention to close the eyes and slowly, mindfully close the eyes. So every noting should be very continuous, one after another, and that way we can progress in the practice very quickly. But another factor, Sakkacca Kiriya, practicing respectfully, is also very important. To be able to note continuously one object after another, we have to practice respectfully. Then we can note the objects moment by moment if we practice respectfully. So what does it mean by practicing? What does it mean to practice respectfully? First, we should understand the benefits of this practice. And when we understand the benefits of practice, we have some faith and confidence on it, then the desire arises. We want to experience, we want to gain that benefits of the practice, and then we have some respect for the practice. So if we want to gain the benefits of the practice by doing actual practice, then we should respect this practice. If we want to earn money, then we have to work very respectfully and very carefully. Then only we earn money. If we want to gain education, then we have to study very respectfully. The same way in the practice, if we want to gain the benefits of this practice by knowing that this practice brings that benefits, then we should have respect for this practice. Then only we gain the benefits, because we are practicing respectfully. So we should not be negligent. We should not practice superficially. We should practice very carefully, very respectfully and precisely, so that we can gain the benefits of the practice. When we practice respectfully, means we should not behave as an outsider. We should not behave like what we do at the home or in the outside world. We are here, we are yogi now, so we should behave as a yogi. We should behave like a yogi. We should try to move slowly. At the home or outside, we move without being mindful. We move very carelessly. We don't care about anything. We just do our job, our duty in fast manner because we have to finish that work. So we are not much mindful. We are not much paying attention. But when we are here in this retreat to gain the benefits of the practice, then we should behave as a yogi. And we only have a responsibility here to note every arising objects. So that is the only duty we have here. And to be able to note every arising objects, we have to move slowly. If we move quickly, if we move in fast manner, we will not be able to catch the every movement. We will not be able to catch. We can only see the things, the physical and mental phenomena in superficial way. We won't be able to penetrate the objects. Therefore, we should try to move slowly. But at the beginning of the practice, it may be very difficult to move slowly because of the habit of moving faster in daily life. It would be very difficult. Many times we forget, though we know we have to move slowly, but many times we forget. So many times we move very quickly. But we should try. We should try. We should have determination in our mind that I will behave as a yogi. I will practice respectfully and continuously. So if we have that type of determination, then we try our best so that we could practice very respectfully and continuously. Slowly, slowly, we become able to do it in that slow manner. Slowly, we become able to practice respectfully. At the beginning, sometimes we may not be very patient doing slowly. Also, why we are here. We should tell ourselves practice that way we will be able to do. So, and when we are practicing, as we are instructed to put effort in the practice, body at that time also we should exert more effort to note those unpleasant feelings. And if we can exert more effort on noting those unpleasant feelings, that is also we are practicing respectfully. So to be able to practice respectfully, we should also understand the benefits of it. So what kind of benefits we would gain if we practice respectfully? Thus we develop mindfulness and concentration very quickly, and we come to see the nature of the objects, the cause and effect relation of those objects, and also the arising and passing away of the objects, the impermanent natures, suffering and non-self characteristics of those objects. And because we are practicing very respectfully, we are moving very slowly, and we are not paying attention to any other things. We are just trying our best to keep our mind inside our body, to know all the physical and mental phenomena occurring within us. So, in practicing respectfully, we have to control our eyes. We have to control our eyes. Though we have very good eyesight, we should behave as a blind person. We should control. We should not look here and there. We should not pay attention to any other things. We should not be considerate of surroundings. Just try to look inside, not outside. Just try to look inside, what's happening inside. We should just try to find out that whatever happening outside, that is not our business. Yeah, just try to keep our mind inside, not looking here and there. So we should not be considerate of the surroundings. And though there are many sounds around here, we should not pay attention to those sounds also. We should not listen. By chance we hear sound, the mind goes to that sound, then immediately we have to note hearing, hearing. If we see something, then immediately we have to note hearing, hearing. First we control our eye, we control our ear, but by any chance we hear something, we see something, then we have to note it immediately. And also, we should not be talking, but though we are not talking with each other, but sometimes the mind is talking. Our mind is talking inside us. And that part also we have to be very careful. If we found that we are talking in our mind, we should be able to notice very quickly, and we should note it immediately, like talking. And sometimes in the practice, while noting the objects, this mind sometimes planning something, sometimes not planning about the worldly things, but sometimes planning about the practice. Or note this way, note this object, okay, observe that object. Sometimes the mind planning. We have to be very careful of that also. If we are not mindful, we won't see that, we won't feel that. And we think that, oh, I'm observing every arising objects one by one. My mindfulness is very continuous. There is no break in noting. We think that way, but the mind is not really focusing the object. It is planning. Okay, note this object for right now. Then later you note that object. So the mind sometimes planning that way. We have to be very careful of that also. It's also the kind of talking in the mind. So if we are able to note all those things, then that means we are practicing respectfully. We are very careful. We are very careful, therefore we come to know that. If we are not noting respectfully, carefully, we won't see that type of things. So if we are practicing in superficial way, we won't be able to see these natures of mind and body. And again, if we are not mindful when we see something, when we hear something, then if we see something, desirable objects, if we hear something, some desirable sounds, then there could arise liking, lova. If we see something undesirable, if we hear something undesirable and we cannot note immediately, then there could arise dosa. Dosa, anger, liking and disliking. Anurodha and virodha. Anurodha, liking, virodha, we go against it, we don't like it, so that could arise. Therefore, we deliberately should not look and we deliberately should not listen. But by chance, we happen to see something, we happen to hear something, then we have to note them immediately. That means we are practicing. If we are able to note that way, then we are practicing very respectfully. Yeah? And again, we should behave as a dumb, that we know nothing. Yeah? Many of you have read many books, many of you hear many Dhamma talks, and many of you have did many retreats, you have many experiences. But all those things we have to keep aside. We have to keep aside. We should not think about those learnings in the past. We should not think about that. We just try to follow the instructions and try to stay in the present moment. So if we can do that way, means we are practicing very respectfully. And again, we have to slow down our movements, the physical movements. That is the most difficult part for many people, many yogis. But we have to try. We can do that. We can do that. We can slow down. Slowly we are moving. Bending, stretching, standing up, sitting down, lifting, moving, placing. So everything we try to do very slowly, as much as we can. So if we can do that way, we see the very small, minute things occurring at that time. Because the mental and physical phenomena are arising and passing away in very fast manner. Very fast manner. If we move very quickly, then we won't be able to see those things. So only if we move in very slow pace, then we will be able to follow them. We will be able to follow them, and we would be able to see the objects, very small objects occurring at that time. So therefore, though we are very strong, we should behave as a very weak and sick person, especially the person with a back pain. A person who is having this severe back pain, when he sits down, when he stands up, he will sit and stand very slowly. He will sit down very slowly, very mindfully, because he is afraid of that back pain hurting. So he will sit down very slowly, and also when he stand up, he will stand up very slowly. So we have to behave that way. And if we can have, if we fulfill these two factors, if we practice respectfully and continuously, we develop insight knowledge very quickly. We progress in the practice very quickly. So in the book Milinda Panya, The Questions of King Milinda, they mention about 5 qualities of a rooster. And the yoga vajra, the person who is practicing, or a yogi or meditator, if he is able to follow, if he is able to have that 5 qualities of rooster, then he gain the knowledge very quickly. So if one wish to achieve the Dhamma, if one wish to attain the Dhamma, then one must take the 5 qualities of rooster. So the King Milinda asked Bhante Nagasena that what are the 5 qualities of a rooster that a monk must take if he wish to attain the Dhamma. So then the Bhante Nagasena explained to King Milinda that the first quality is a rooster while going around whole day here and there. At night, a rooster goes to roost at the proper time. So too a monk, he should first do his duty at the monastery, sweeping out, filling up the water, and whatever the duty he has in the monastery, first finish that duty, and at night time then goes to a secluded area, secluded place to do meditation in time. So if one has a duty, then finish that duty and take a time to meditate. So the second quality is in the morning, a rooster. It wakes up and gets up in time. So too a monk also should get up in time in the morning and doing one's job, one's duty, then one should go to the very quiet place for meditation. So in the text it is said a monk, but here could be a yogi. The yogi, of course, in the meditation center, the yogis do not have any other duties, any other responsibilities here, but their responsibility is just to practice. So at the night time, when you go to bed, before you fall asleep, also you keep your mindfulness. Keep your mindfulness means just keep on noting, either rising and falling, or either lying or touching, so whatever, before you fall asleep. Just keep on noting the objects in lying down position. And also, the yogi should keep in his mind that tomorrow I will get up in time. Here, the wake up time is 4:30 tomorrow morning. So keeping that in the mind, and if in down position, one should keep noting. Then one should start noting the objects. That waking up mind, waking up, after that getting up, and whatever you do. So one should note all those things from the early morning. So that is the duty of the yoga. That's the duty that a rooster do. And the third quality of rooster is the rooster ought to find food continuously. So to a monk in is taking a food, he should reflect on why he is taking a food. Food we are taking every day is for life. We are eating every day to live, but not to enjoy, to live our life, to be able to do the wholesome deeds. We are eating. So we have to reflect on that. And while eating, we have to be mindful as much as we can, eating mindfully.